What is up, guys? Welcome to this episode of Jag Fishing. In today's episode, we are actually going to make it short, sweet, to the point, and we're going to talk about a basic beginner setup for the Salmon River. Now, if you're anything like me, I remember my first time going to the Salmon River. I was doing all this research, checking out all these YouTube videos, and you have all these, professional anglers and stuff with their $300 rods and these crazy setups, which, you know what, awesome, good for you. But in this video, I'm gonna show you how you can have a really good, really solid setup, a setup that I use still today on a budget. There we go, 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 beautiful, 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 beautiful. Oh, I got him, I got him, I got him, I got him, I got him. Yeah, hell yeah, guys, heck yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah. All right, so today is August 19th, and for the last 2 weeks or so, guys, I just have been going crazy, reading the fishing reports, seeing if that first salmon is there yet, if it's been spotted, if it's been landed, I just want to know, because the second that first one comes in, it's only a matter of time until more start coming in, and it is game time. So today is my day off. I actually just went over all my gear, make sure I'm good for the season, and I said, hey, you know what? Let me make a quick video for the new guys and show you guys how you can have a decent setup without breaking the bank. Okay, there's no need to waste $300. I am gonna do this right now on my phone. We're gonna look up the basics that you need for a basic salmon setup, which is gonna be good, and I'll show you guys on the screen what I'm looking at. Okay, so I'm not gonna waste anybody's time. Let's get right to the point. Okay, so I was kind of stuck between going on Walmart and Amazon. I feel like everybody has an Amazon account, and I feel like everybody has a Walmart near them. So just for the hell of it, let's just go with Walmart, okay? So we're gonna get on their website right now, and we're gonna start from the top. We're gonna need a rod. Let me just get to the app, okay? All right, so just for the hell of this video, let's make a scenario where you have zero fishing gear whatsoever, and we are just gonna load up our cart from scratch. All right, first and foremost, we need a rod. Now, you can do something like, go to Orvis or whatever and get like this crazy expensive rod. Well, I'm gonna tell you guys what. You can just go right here to Walmart, okay, and you can get yourself the Ugly Stick GX2 combo, okay? Now, last time I got it was around 50 bucks. I guess the price went up. It is right now at $58.32 for a 6.6 medium action rod. Now, guys, this is exactly the rod I use, and there's a reason for it. Would I love to use an expensive, really good, top-notch rod? Yes. However, I've seen salmon break rods like it is absolutely nothing. Now, if you're anything like me, the average Joe, I'm not loaded, I'm not made out of money. If I have a $200 rod and a salmon snaps that thing in half, because they do, I've seen it on the river multiple times, that's gonna hurt my pockets. That's gonna really suck. I'm gonna be pissed off. It's gonna ruin my day. Now, if I'm picking up this GX2 combo, which I've been using the same rod actually for about the last 5 seasons, I'm only gonna be out $58.32. Okay, so added to the cart is our GX2 combo. Let's move on. Next thing we're gonna need is we're gonna need some line, okay? Now, this is specifically what I use here, okay? Everything I'm going over right now is what I use. What I recommend you guys do is get yourself preferably 10-pound test, okay? Berkeley Vanish. That is my favorite line. The salmon, I mean, they really are line shy, but I feel like that is the line I used that is most invisible to them. So the Berkeley Vanish, we're gonna get a little spool. It's gonna be 100 yards. It's gonna be 10-pound test. I feel like that's the perfect in between. Depending on water clarity and stuff like that, I'll either drop down to 8 or I'll go up to 12 pounds. This is gonna be our leader line, okay? So we only need a little bit of this. We're talking about, you're gonna need a 3 or a 4 foot piece of leader. That is it. Boom, right in our shopping cart. All right, guys, now moving forward, we are gonna need our main line, okay? Now, you can use whatever line you want, your preference, but remember this is something on a budget, okay? Now, I am looking at the Trilene Big Game, okay? Now, we have this spool right now that we can buy here for $9.54, okay? And that is 20-pound test. That is what I recommend for your main line. If you want to go down to like 17 pounds or something like that, that's fine. And this spool is actually 650 yards, okay? Now, that is a good deal right there. Into the shopping cart it goes. Okay, so at this point, guys, we have our rod, we have our main line, we have our leader line, okay? Perfect. Let's move on to the other stuff we need. Now I know a lot of you guys probably have, you know, a majority of this stuff, but this is me just creating the scenario again as if you had zero fishing equipment, okay? All right, so the next thing we're gonna be looking for is some barrel swivels, okay? You obviously want that to connect your main line to your leader. I am looking right now at the Eagle Claws, okay, barrel swivels. Let's see, they are a pack of, I don't know how many are in there. It looks like at least 10 or something like that. $1.56 into the shopping cart. All right, so now we need a hook, okay? You don't want to be a cheapskate on the hooks, really. You need something that is going to be pretty durable. It's going to have a sharp point. Now, I went through a lot of hooks, a lot of different hooks, but keeping in mind that this is a video about, you know, making the setup on a budget. I'm looking at these hooks. The company name is Owner, and we want a size 2 mosquito hook. And I have a pack over here for $5.22, okay? Now, if you have your own preference on hooks, you know, you want to spend an extra $1 or $2 more, I recommend that. Again, this is just for the purpose of this video of making, you know, a decent setup on a budget. That's going into the shopping cart. All right, guys, so at this point, we are almost completed with our entire setup. We are just missing the lure, okay? We got our rod, we got our main line, leader, we got the barrel swivels, we got the hooks. We are almost ready to go. So if you're fishing the Salmon River or the tributaries, you cannot be using a bare hook. You gotta have something on that hook, okay? Now, it's up to you guys what you want to use, okay? It could be something as little as a piece of sponge. It could be a little Mr. Twister grub. It could be an artificial egg sac or something in between. So one of the things I like to use, I don't use it all the time, but I've caught a couple of fish on it, is these artificial egg sacs, okay? Because again, we are doing this video on a budget. Here I'm looking at the Sac Attack from the company Atlas, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spawn sacs or egg sacs, artificial egg sacs, whatever you want to call it, right here for $2.42. Into the cart she goes, and guess what, guys? Our entire setup is complete. We got the rod, we got our main line, our leader, we got the barrel swivels, we got the hook, and we have our lure slash bait, okay? Now, let's bring it all up. We have it all for a total of $84.80. Now, I'm sure if you guys are like talking to all these guides and calling up Fat Nancy's and all these other places, you know, they're giving you these crazy prices probably, and I'm sure, you know, you're thinking, God, I'm going to spend at least $200-300 on a mediocre setup. Well, this right here is a decent setup, okay? The rod alone is under $60, okay? And you get the combo. You get the reel and the rod. Trust me, medium action 6.6 is more than enough, okay? I prefer fishing the tributaries, so a smaller rod is more ideal. And I have used the 6.6 on the main river, and guess what? It's still decent. So in conclusion, for under $85, guys, okay, you can have this setup, okay? This setup that I like to use because, again, as I stated before, I don't want to use my best freaking $200 rods or something like that, where I'm gonna get this fresh 30-pound salmon and the thing's just gonna snap that thing like a twig, and then I'm out all that money. You know what? I don't want to do that. This is where it's at, guys. Trust me. If this is your first time going to the Salmon River and you're looking for something basic, and by all means, if you want to get something more fancy, better name brands, better quality, go for it. You know, you have the money to spend, do it. Why not? But again, on a budget, this is a very, very good setup, which I highly recommend. If you guys watch my videos, that's the setup I use to catch all my salmon. All right, guys, it was a blast making this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it helps you out. And I hope you guys have a great salmon season. All right, guys, till next time, tight lines.